ॐ वक्रतुण्डमहाकाय कोटिसूर्यसमप्रभ निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा वागर्थाविव सम्पृक्तौ वागर्थप्रतिपत्तये जगतः पितरौ वन्दे पार्वती परमेश्वरौ येनाक्षरसमाम्नायम् अधिगम्य महेश्वरात् कृत्स्नं व्याकरणं प्रोक्तं तस्मै पाणिनये नमः वाक्यकारं वररुचिं भाष्यकारं पतञ्जलिं पाणिनिं सूत्रकारं च प्रणतोऽस्मि मुनित्रयम्. All right. So we were looking at some help to understand Bhashyam and commentary, language-wise, not specific topic as such, except that. So I thought we will continue with that today as well. Okay. So I will share a document and we will then continue. Okay. So if you want to remember what we did last time, let me do that first. It would be a little easier for you to catch. Okay. So last time we had done several words. We had seen this iti yavat at length last time. Okay, meaning finally, this is what we mean, that idea. And that same can also be said as iti abhiprayaha, iti ashayaha. Different words can be used, but you paraphrase and you say something clearly. Okay. Then we saw this aha, very common word. It's present tense, not lit lakara. Be very clear about that. Then anticipating something what is said. So a lot of these words I realize, well, I'm giving you what is there in a commentary explaining a commentary, which is not where you necessarily are. No, we are still looking at Bhashyam. I'm not making you do Anandagiri. So this is more helpful if you want to study a Tika. But nevertheless, I said, I've started something. Let me do some more work and drop it after that. Okay. Prasanga is a context. We saw this. Iti sambandha, this is the connection. Not looking at each word. Chodaka is a questioner, generally. Can mean a questioner. Here I'm saying injection, but chodaka can also mean a person who asks a question. That's why I said below, an objector. So this is one meaning. This is a separate meaning. Don't mix up these two, okay? Okay, I would probably put it down. Another meaning. Okay, so it's not confusing. Chodhya will be a question, right? So, and if you say akshepa, it's a rhetorical question. Doesn't expect an answer. Chodayati, objects or asks. Then chodyameva viranoti. So all these, if you notice in our last Bhashyam class, you would have seen a lot of these expressions coming with Anandagiri. Okay. So what was the question? That only is explained. So what will you find? You will find first a one-liner which I have double underlined in the Bhashyam class. And that alone will be explained further. When that explanation begins, that will be glossed over by the sub-commentator, Anandagiri in our case, to say, Chodyameva vivaranoti. The question itself is explained, right? More detail. Pariharati, you resolve a problem, take away a problem, right? Drishtanta is a example, right? And we saw it is basically, you see an end. Nishchaya. Drishtaha antah nishchaya asmin. That meaning. Shankate, you doubt, you apprehend. Sangrahavakyam, a brief statement, and Vivarana is the explanation for it. Upasamharati concludes. Phalitam is the outcome, the consequence of something. Doshantaram, anyad dosham, another defect. Prakatayati is made evident. right? Vikalpayati, you present alternatives. So I showed how alternatives are presented. Iti ekah vikalpah, iti dvitiyah kalpah, iti kalpantaram. See, one says ekah kalpah, then dvitiyah kalpah. Third one, kalpantaram, anyah kalpah. Third, right? Anuvada is restate. Restate something, and anudya will be said. So you restate the Purupakshi's position and then answer it. Very commonly done. That's why Tatra Adyam Anudya Dushayati. First Purupaksha is taken up, restated, and negated like that. Dvitiyam Anudya Nirakaroti. See, Dushayati, you find a fault in the Purupakshi's stand. Nirakaroti, you stop it, you prevent it, you solve the problem. Right? Tritiyam Pratiyaha. With respect to the third Vikalpa, it is said. Right? So then a different reason is given. This is made clear. Samadhi means reconciliation here, right? Paramarsha is remembering something, okay, restating sometimes. Nyaya can mean a general rule, okay? Sammata is we all agree on something, agreed, consented to, right? This darshayati is very heavily used in the Bhashyam and in the commentaries. What is darshanam? Drish dhatu, causative. Pashyati, sees. Darshayati, causes to see. Therefore, shows, demonstrates, establishes. Atidishati, extends. Right? Sadhayati, proves. Sadhnoti. Durvaram, difficult to, very difficult to restrain. So Purvapakshi will present a stand and say, this is very difficult for you to cross, that kind of thing, Upachara is figurative. So this much we had seen last time. Just a quick run. We will continue to see more words today, okay, with some more examples. So now, first word I picked is Pratipadaka. What does Pratipadaka mean? Pratipadaka means Pratipadayati iti Pratipadakaha. What does it mean? Pratipatti Janakaha. It will create an understanding. One who creates an understanding, one that creates an understanding is called Pratipadaka. Okay, that which presents. So if I literally translate, because you have a niche and a null. Niche is causative, null is kartari, means you're presenting an agent. Causing to obtain, granting, imparting, presenting, stating, all these you can give as meanings for the Pratipadaka. Okay. So you will typically find when we do Anubandha Chatushtana text, what is Vedanta? What is the Sambandha with the Prayojanam? Pratipadya Pratipadaka Sambandha. You will see that statement. Right? What is presented and what is presented? That's a Sambandha. So what presents? Vedanta is called Pratipadaka. What is presented is Pratipadya, to be known, the Purushartha. Okay. Dushayati, very common word to show it, there's a defect is shown. Okay. Dusha Vaikritya. See, this is straight from dictionary, just so you get used to understanding what you can get in a dictionary. Okay. So it tells you what is the dhatu, which gana, etc. in some places. Then it tells you the meaning also. So you can go look up the meaning in the English side. I've just given Sanskrit here, okay? Dushayati means you find a defect. You point out a defect. Vishadayati, another word. This is used typically for clearing up, makes clear, opens up. So this can be said both in the context of a Purupaksha being made clear or Siddhanti making something clear. Wherever something is made clear. Vishadayati. What is the word? How do we get this word? Vishada means actually V plus Shad plus, forget that, it is Shveta Varna, white. Okay? And you make it a Namadhatu now. You add Nich in the sense of Tat Karoti. Last time we had seen Purupakshayati, Siddhantayati. Similar, nama dhatu means you take a noun and make a verb out of it. Okay. So vishadam karoti vishadayati. You make white, you make clear. You make it plain. That's the idea. Vishadayati. So one more meaning in a dictionary is Vimalaha. White is one meaning. Vimalaha iti Hemachandraha. One dictionary. Vyaktaha. It's evident. Iti Medini. Shukla Gunayuktaha iti Amaraha. Amarakosha. Ujjwalaha. So you can see how a dictionary, multiple dictionaries give a slightly different meaning. Not exactly the same. Different senses. Okay. So how will Bhashyakara present it? Uktameva artham chodya samadhibhyam vishadayati. Chodya is what? A question. Samadhi is what? Not sitting in dhyanam. Samadhi is a solution, a question and an answer. So uktameva artham, some meaning is something has been said already. That exact meaning or purpose is made clear. How? By a Q&A kind of situation. That's the idea, vishadayati. So after some discussion, it may be said. Or a second statement supporting what was said may be presented like this. Okay. Common word, prakritaha. Prakritaha means what? What is under discussion. So example, prakritasya eva drashtavyasya atmanaha ekatvam darshayati. Tasman na atmanaha brahmatva sampad upapattihi. Nacha api anyat, correct. Anyat prayojanam brahmopadeshasya gamyate. So what is he saying now? There's some argument. We don't have the whole context here, okay? An Atma is under discussion. Atma is under discussion. We are talking about that. We are not talking about something else. When we want to point out what is under discussion, because when we are discussing something, Purva Pakshi will try to interject something and we will tell him, come back to the topic, okay? What are we discussing? Come back to that. Based on a topic under discussion, this can be the only meaning. In that context, you'll hear the word prakrita. Very common. Prakritasya eva atmanaha. Atma is under discussion. And what kind of an Atma? Drashtavyasya. Yet to be seen, yet to be known by me. Right? Of that Atma, ekatvam darshayati. Darshayati is demonstrating, is proving. Shruti is proving the oneness of that Atma, non-duality. Tasmat, since that is so, na atmanaha brahmatva sampad upapattihi. What is sampad upapattihi? Means you do an upasana to get Brahman. Okay? Sampat upasana you do. So that is not the idea here, because it is going to show that there is only one Atma. There is no meditator meditated difference even. Nacha api anyat prayojanam brahmopadeshasya gamyate. Since you cannot bring it as meditation, you will not find any other utility for this brahmopadesha in the Upanishad. Because what is under discussion is the Atma. As much as prakritasya. Everything else is extra. So you get some context of how you look at Bhashya. Okay. What is aprakritaha? What is not under discussion. So you will see aprakritatvat. Since it is not under discussion, your contention is wrong. Okay. Aha, we have discussed earlier. Prasajyate, apadyate. You will find these expressions. Typically, when Purva Pakshi says something, there will be an undesirable consequence for that. Though the words are not tied to it, in the commentaries I'm saying you'll find these words will typically be used to present an undesirable outcome of a stand taken by a Purva Pakshi. That's what will happen. So if he says, Brahman is different, Jiva is different, then we'll say all the Shrutis in every Upanishad we talk about Aikyam, tasya hanihi prasajyate. Vedanta Shrutinam hanihi prasajyate. Some sentence like that will be there. Apadyate. Or Purvapakshi may also say sometime. But generally it is a Purvapakshi stand where we say, if you say this will be the problem. Prasajyate, you will enter the situation. Apadyate, it will happen to you. Then another expression, apara aha. Bhashyakara is talking and saying, apara aha. What is apara aha? Somebody else. Somebody else says, and typically not Siddhanti, somebody else, not me. Somebody else says, apara aha. Okay. Similarly, you have one more expression. I missed this by mistake. Atra kechid ahuhu. Aha, ahatuhu, ahuhu. Plural. Ahuhu. Some people say kechid. What is kechid? Kaschit, one, somebody. Kauchit, some two people. Kechid, someone, some random, whoever they are, we don't care. Kechid. Atra kechid ahuhu. In this matter, atra. Atra is saptami meaning. Idam plus tral will give atra. There's no itra. See, tad plus tral is a tadhita pratyaya. Will give tatra, there, or in that time, or in that context. Yad plus tral will give yatra. Kim plus tral will give what? Not kitra, kutra. Right. Sarva plus tral, sarvatra. Anya plus tra, anyatra. All sarvanamas will take this generally. But here what? Atra kechid means not, so we are saying what atra means in this context. Kechidahu, someone says, means not I don't say. Typically not the Siddhanta. Kechidahu. And you will find this expression a lot of times in Brihadaranyaka Bhashya. And it will generally, a lot of times it will point to somebody called Bhartar Prapancha. And his commentary will be quietly said, Astra Kechidahu. You go look down Anandagiri, he will tell you. Bhartar Prapancha. Something like that you will find. So if you want to know who is this, you have to go look further in lower commentary. Might tell you what it is about. Then these are very common words. We should know. Kincha. See, Kim is what is the meaning of Kim? What? Interrogative. Cha means what? And. What and don't translate like that. Kincha means, additionally, further, moreover. That's the meaning. So when you're giving one reason and you add a second reason and a third reason, etc., you keep saying kincha, or you say apicha, or you say tathacha. See, api sometimes can mean also. So here it will mean what? And also. And also, additionally, that's what it means. And sometimes it can mean, it's a counter thing. Tathapi, even though, that even meaning will come in api. But here, apicha will mean additionally and also. Tathacha, tatha and tatha also means what? If you just take tatha, in that manner. But tathacha, it's not and in that manner. It could be. If you look at it, it also means additionally. And in the same manner, there's one more thing I'm giving you, tathacha. So these are very common to give more reasons or more points on a certain area. Okay. Then you will find an expression. Bhashyakara will say, Syadetat. It may be so. Syat means vidiling, asdhatu. It may be so. This etat, this may be so. But typically it means it is not so. It may be so, but it is not so. Not always, okay? See, don't universalize this. I'm just giving you general pointers because we will see these very often. Brihadaranyaka is a long haul project, so you will see more of these. So good to know what comes, okay? Syadetat. Then tarhi. What is tarhi? Tarhi means then. Therefore, if we accept your position, if that is the case, in that case, yadi tarhi, typical pair. Yadi tarhi. So you'll find if then. Like it's in the programming language, you'll say if then. That's a very typical usage. Okay. Consequence of something will be pointed out. Arabhate begins. Ashankate raises a doubt. Yathokta. Look, now you do sandhi. First you do sandhi now. What do you find? Yathoktanadi siddha maya paravashya parivarjana yoga parjana yogat. That's a good start. Then you have to, if you read slowly, yathokta, you know there's the word yathokta. Yathokta anadi siddha maya paravashya parivarjana ayogat. That's a sandhi. Okay. So what will you understand now? Yathokta. Is this one word or two words? Yathokta anadi. Yatha ukta. There are three words there. Yatha ukta. But after that, what happens? The whole thing is one compound. Anadi siddha maya paravashya parivarjana ayogat. What do you understand now? Ayogat. On account of the untenability of what? Parivarjana. Parivarjana, removing. Removing what? Maya parivashya parivarjana. Maya paravashya. So, you are under the spell of Maya. And that cannot be removed. Why? It is anadi siddha Maya. Maya didn't begin. It's always there. It doesn't even come. You're not going to be able to remove it. Ayogat jagataha, for the jagat, na kadachit api, at any time, through any argument, tattva bodha samudaya sambhavana. You know, so jagataha maybe for people. I'll have to look contextually, okay? There is no possibility, na sambhavana. There is no possibility of the knowledge arising in somebody's head. Okay, let's put it this way, okay? Ayogat jagataha. So, since you cannot negate the jagat because of anadi maya, at no time will your knowledge be tenable. The arising of the knowledge is not possible. Iti ashankate. That's the word we are looking at. Iti ashankate. This is the doubt in the person's mind. And how does he start? Katham punaha. He will say something. Katham punaha. It's not, see, he's raised a doubt perhaps. And he's buttressing it. He's adding a second point. Katham punaha. And again, how can? That katham punaha is another typical way of asking a question. Okay. This is making sense. I'm only looking at 3-4 faces. I'm not looking at other faces. Therefore, I'm asking. Okay. If someone has a question anytime, raise your hand. On Zoom, not on screen. I can't see you. Udaharati. Udaharati means cites an example. Example. Dharma viruddham kamam udaharati. In Gita Bhashyam, dharma viruddho bhuteshu kamosmi bharatarshabha. You will find this in the Gita, the statement. There Bhashyakara will say, yatha dehadharana matradyarthaha. And Anandagiri is saying, Deha dharana matradi. He is citing an example. For what? Dharma aviruddha kama. So udaharati means what? He cites an example. What is the example? Deha dharana matra. Just keeping this body going. Whatever you do, eat, drink, exercise, just to keep this body going, not to build muscles. That would be what? It would be dharma aviruddha kama. Because you're not doing anything except to keep the body going. That kind of thing would be dharma aviruddha. Example, cites. Okay? That is udaharati. Darshayati, I told you, very common. Example. Kshipram hi manushe loke. Should remember Gita now. Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Right? Karmaja. So, Kshipram hi manushe loke siddhir bhavati karmaja. Kshipram means what? Quickly, very soon. Where? In the Manushya Loka. Because in the Manushya Loka, the results of action happen very quickly, come to you very quickly. Iti Visheshanat, on account of this qualification, Anyeshu api. What is Anyeshu? In others. What other what? Lokeshu you supply. If you supply, it will be called Iti Anushangaha. You're supplying. Iti loke, Anyeshu api lokeshu. Karma phala siddhim darshayati Bhagavan. Darshayati, he's showing. By saying, in the human world, karma phala comes quickly. What is he showing? That in other lokas also you get karma phala. But it is not so quick. Here you do and you get it. Within a lifetime you get, or within a day you get it, whatever. And therefore, you have a greater attraction to karma. That's the context. But what is our main thing? Darshayati here. Darshayati shows, establishes. How? Just this sentence shows that. Get it? Okay. Another example. Shrutischa tat srishtva tadevanupravishat iti karyasya tadatmatvam darshayati. So what is it saying now? Karyasya. Karya is what? This body in the context. Tadatmatvam. What is tadatmatvam? Atmatvam. Tvam is what? Tasya bhava. Tvatalau. We'll look at it later. Karmatva, tadatmatva, drashtritva, bhoktritva, kartritva. You've heard these words infinite times. Ness. So tadatmatvam is what? Tadatma means what? That is the Atma. That Ishvara is the Atma. Tadatmatvam is what? That Ishvara being the Atma, thatness. That is being shown. Tadatmatvam darshayati. How? By saying tat srishtva tadeva nupravishat. He created this body and he entered. So, what is Atma for the body now? It is Ishvara. That's the idea. Darshayati. Okay? Another one. Vispashtam shringe grihitva yatha gam darshayati tatha achakshva soyam ityevam kathayasva ityarthaha. This is Brihadaranyaka. What is Atma, you tell me? You tell me what is Atma. Hey, Atma is the knower of the knower of the knower, the hearer of the hearing. He is Atma. Don't give me this kind of answers, okay? Vispashtam. Vispashtam gam yatha darshayati. Vispashtam is what? Spashtam is what? Clearly. In a way. Vispashtam is what? Very clearly. Darshayati. Vispashtam darshayati. What is vispashtam? What kind of usage is vispashtam? Can you see? Anyone wants to answer?
Swamiji, karmanita.
I don't want that detail. In what is it? Is it an adjective? What is it? Yes, Harsha.
Ukta pratyaya, Swamiji.
Correct. No, that is correct. Ta pratyaya, she said. That's okay. What I'm trying to say is, see, vispashtam is what case? It's a noun. It is going with darshayati. What is the relationship between vispashtam and darshayati?
Adverb.
Adverbial. That's all I want to see. Okay. Adverbial will be second case or third case. Vispashtam or vispashtena. Typical. Vispashtam, you should know. Vispashtam shringeno. Vispashtam goes with darshayati. Vispashtam darshayati. What does it darshayati? Kim darshayati? Gam darshayati. What is ga? Gam. Gau. Gauhu. Gavau. Gavaha. Gam. Gavau. Gaha. Gam is a cow. Second case singular. Vispashtam gam darshayati. Katham? Shringe grihitva. Shringe. What is the case? What is shringa? Horn. Shringe. What's the case and number? Tell me. Yes, Harsha.
7-1, Swamiji.
No. Deepti?
Dual. Both
How?
the
So what's the gender?
phalam, phale, phalani.
Good. That we should catch, okay? Shringam. Hiranya Shringam. Varunam. Prapadye. This is your, one of the suktas. So Shringam, Shringe, Shringani. Right? So Shringe. No Shringani, okay? Shringe only two. Vispashtam yatha Shringe grihitva gam darshayati. Tatha achakshva. What is darshayati? How it is clearly shown. This is a cow. That is a horse. You don't say it is something which has something. You don't say all that, okay? Not Shruta se Shruta. Not like that. Say, show clearly. Point out. That's the idea. Darshayati, as it shows. Soyam. This is that. Iti evam kathayasva ityarthaha. This is the meaning. Okay? So, more than just this word, I'm hoping you're learning more of how to look at sentence. Okay, that's the idea partly. Another word, varnayati. Varnayati means what? Describes. Very common words, you will find these. Look at the example now. Someone do it. Pick up. Who wants to do the sentence? I will help you. No volunteers? Deepti, go.
Tatra,
Hmm.
in that context, or
Yeah.
that
Okay.
tavat,
Mhm.
vriksha rupaka kalpanaya,
Correct.
vairagya hetoho,
Mhm.
samsara swarupam varnayati.
Explain that now. What is tavat?
In that manner,
It's a possibility. Do you remember Brihadaranyaka will say, Na asamsari tavat. Do you remember that sentence? What did we say tavat is? Firstly, common meaning. Firstly, vriksharupaka kalpanaya. So varnayati. What is varnayati? Explain, describes. What does it describe?
through kalpanaya, it's 3-1.
Okay. What does it describe?
A imagery of like a tree. Vriksha
That's
rupa
correct. I'm
kalpana.
asking you, kim varnayati?
samsara swarupam.
Good. He shows the nature of samsara. Okay. Kena varnayati?
Vriksharupaka kalpanaya.
Vriksharupaka kalpana. What is Vriksharupaka kalpana? Imagery of a tree. Why do you do this?
Vairagya hetoho.
Okay. So, for creating vairagya. Okay. What is vairagya hetu? Samsara swarupa. If you understand it, it will be vairagya hetu. So, samsara swarupam varnayati. Vairagya hetoho. Then what?
Viraktasya hi
Mhm,
samsarat
mhm,
bhagavat tattvajnane adhikaraha
mhm.
na anyasya iti.
Yeah. What does it mean?
Sansarat viraktasya hi.
What is he?
Indeed, verily.
Because. Yes, mat. Okay?
Okay.
Because. Possible, but you have to be cautious. He will normally have a meaning of yes, mat. Because. So now you take he and in your sentence put it outside. It's the second word because it can't be the first word. So viraktasya samsarat bhagavat tattvagane jnane adhikaraha. You can even put he as indeed. That'll also work here in this context. Okay? So who has what is adhikara?
The one who is virakta,
What is the meaning of adhikara?
qualified.
Correct. So one who has the qualification, one who is qualified, right? Bhagavat in qualified for what?
For Bhagavad Tattvajnane.
Means
Vishaya Saptami.
for the understanding of the knowledge of the truth of
Ishwar.
Bhagavan, right?
Ishwar.
Na anyasya and not for anybody else. Therefore, in order to make sure you get vairagyam, okay, what does Bhashyakara do? Vriksha rupaka kalpanaya samsara swarupam varnayati. Where he will present all the samsaris on a rickshaw and you will hear all kinds of sounds. Ha ha, hu, muncha, muncha, etc. You'll hear. Okay. That's the idea. Okay. But varnayati, that's all. But I try to pick sentence which you can follow. All right. Good. Thank you. Pariharati means what? You answer. Parihara is a solution. You solve the problem. First example. Tu shabdena kshepam pariharati. Who wants to take this up? Simple one. Come on. Don't be afraid. We all go wrong. Yes, Harsha.
Tu shabdena akshepam pariharati.
Good.
By using the word but, the objection is refuted.
Correct. Is refuted. Correct. That's the meaning. So what is the tu shabda now? Tu and shabda are two words or one word? Tu iti shabda, tu shabda. Karmadharaya. Like Ambra vrikshaha. Ambra iti vrikshaha. Ambra vrikshaha. A jati and a vyakti. Similarly, tu is the word. By the word tu iti shabdena. Could have done it that way too. He could have said tu iti shabdena, but he said tu shabdena. Tu shabdana is a compound. Okay. Tu shabdena akshepam pariharati. Good. Okay. Who wants to take the next sentence? Okay, I will take the next sentence. I will give the next two which are easier to somebody. Okay. All right. What are you trying to understand? Pariharati. Okay. Pratyakshasya ajnana prasutattvena abhasatvat tatkrita buddhihi na prama iti pariharati. Ya enam iti. See, Anandagiri is probably saying this. Ya enam iti. Bhashyakara is saying ya enam. Or it is Bhashyakara with reference to Mula. Okay? Ya enam vetti hantaram. Yaschainam manyate hatam. Ubhau tau na vijanitaha. Nayam hanti na hanyate. Bhagavad Gita, you remember somewhere, second chapter it is there. Right? So now, what is being said? Tatkrita buddhihi na prama. Buddhihi na prama. Let's go there. Buddhihi na prama iti pariharati. Your thinking is not the means of knowledge here. Na prama. It's not the knowledge. Na prama. Why? Abhasatvat tatkrita buddhihi. So, pratyakshasya ajnana prasutattvena. Pratyaksha pramana. Pratyakshasya. What? Ajnana prasutattvena. Ajnana prasuta is what? Compound. Ajnanena prasutaha. Or ajnanat prasutaha. Prasutaha means what? Sutaha means what? Shunj prani prasave, to be born. Ta pratyaya. To be born. So prasuta is what? You'll hear the word. Prasuti griha means what? Labor room. No? Prasuti. So a child is born. So prasutattvena. Here what? Pratyakshasya. What is pratyaksha pramana? I am a knower. I know something. That I am a knower, that knowing, it's coming from where? It is born of Mula Vidya. Because you are not a knower. Therefore, pratyakshasya ajnana prasutattvena. Since it's born of ajnana, it's ajnana karyam. Therefore, it is what? Abhasatva. It's only an appearance. Tatkrita buddhihi. The buddhi created by the pratyaksha pramana, na prama, iti pariharati. Some purvaksha must be there. He is resolving it that way. Okay? Iti pariharati. Ya enam iti. That ya enam is giving you a quotation what he is talking about. That's why I said ya enam vetti hantar. Why do you say he's a killer? Because I see it. Hey, that's not a pramana. Okay. Next one, who will do? Simple one. Yes, Malti.
चौद्यम् अङ्गीकृत्य परिहरति सत्यम् एव इति.
Yes.
चौद्यम् means explain. Angikritya.
Chodyam is not explained. Chodyam here is a question.
Question.
Or an opponent stand.
Yeah, questions.
Okay. Chodyam angikritya. What is angikritya? You don't know. Okay. Angikaranam. What is anga? A limb. A limb. A part. Angikara is making it a part. Really means accepting. Angikara means to accept.
Yeah.
Anangam angikaroti. What was not accepted is accepted. That is called angikara. Angikara means what? You're making it a part of your understanding.
Yes.
Okay. So angikritya means having accepted. Having accepted a question. Chodyam angikritya. What is angikritya? That tya is liyap. Okay.
Yeah.
Angi plus kru plus twa. Having accepted the translation. What word will become? Angikritya. This angi word, I'll explain to you. We say it is, abhuta tadbhave chvi pratyaya. Abhuta tadbhava means what? What was not becomes something. So the stock example is shukli kritya. Something is not white. Your dress. Brahmachari is dressed in a gurukulam. Supposed to be white. It is not white. Then what? You make what is non-white into white. Ashuklam shukli karoti. That's a tadhita. Shukli kritya. Shukli kritva becomes shukli kritya. There's a compounding happening there. Okay. So here, angi kritya. You don't translate as having made a part, etc. What do you say? Having accepted. Having accepted the question or the counterparty stance, pariharati. Why do you say accepted a question? Satyam eva. So first thing what? So somebody says, how can all this be possible? Only one Brahman and everything is that Brahman. True. True. It's not what you're saying is true. True. Your question I understand. True. Prashnam. Chodyam angikritya satyameva iti angikritya pariharati. He will solve the problem. The objection will be answered. Is that making sense?
Yes.
Okay, good. Thank you. Who wants to take the next one? This should be Purvokta, not Puvokta, okay? Typo is there. Yes, Sampath. Unmute.
पूर्वोक्तमेव
Hmm.
विप्रायं स्मारयन् परिहरति शृणु इति.
Hmm.
Purvoktam, what was said earlier?
Correct?
Um,
Correct.
Viprayam.
Purvam Uktam, Purvoktam. Right? What was said before. Okay? What was said?
Abhiprayam.
What is Abhipraya? Abhipraya means an idea, a view, a concept. What was conveyed earlier? Purvamuktam eva, Abhiprayam. Smarayan pariharati. What is smarayan? Okay. What kind of word does it look like? Pashyan, Shrinvan. What kind of word does it look like? Kurvan. It's a present participle. Okay. Now, someone else tell me what is smarayan?
Remember?
Smru is to remember. That much is correct. Why smru became smar?
Nich, Swamiji.
Nich is coming. So what kind of meaning will nich give you?
Cause to remember.
Cause to remember. Therefore what? Reminding you. Reminding you of what? Purvoktameva. What was said before? Smarayan. Purvoktam Viprayam. What was told you before? Some idea. Reminding you of that. Causing you to remember that literally. Pariharati. How does the answer begin?
Shruno iti.
Shruno. Listen. It is just a quotation, right? Shruno. That's all. Okay. Good. All right. Now one more word. Prapanchayati. What does prapanchayati mean? Elaborate. So prapanchanam is elaboration. So we say Brahmavidapnoti param is a sutra. And then that Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma is a prapanchanam of that sutra. That Rik. And then the entire Brahmavalli is a prapanchanam of that further. Understand what is prapanchanam now? Pachi. Dhatu is pachi vistare. To expand, to extend. See, pancha, sometimes you'll hear the word prapancha means what? Prakarshena vistritam. Prapancha. But sometimes you will hear, somebody will say, prakarshena pancha pancha iti prapancha. That's also said. But if you look grammatically, this pachi will work very well. Pachi is vistare, to expand. So prapancha is what? Prakarshena. Very well, it's expanded. So now what? Purvoktameva artham prapanchayati. Right? So what does it mean now? Prapanchayati. Ma karma iti. Ma karma he phala hetur bhu, etc. Whatever it comes there, okay? Something is being explained. All right? That is prapanchayati. Who wants to take the next sentence? Sampath, you can put put your hand down unless you have something to ask. Yeah. Who wants to take this simple one-liner? Yes. Go ahead.
प्रश्नान् उपपत्तिम् एव प्रपञ्चयति.
Okay. Try.
One second. Or
See, you have to look carefully. If you say prashnan upapattim, look at this construct, okay? Prashnan upapattim prapanchayati. Is that a tenable sentence? Prapanchayati is what? The verb. Now I'll ask you, is it sakarmaka or akarmaka?
It should be sakarmaka.
Therefore, prashnan. Is that how you're thinking? Is that how you're thinking?
Yes. But prashnan
But there's one word there. If you said prashnan upapattim, then where will you fit upapatti? What is the other possibility?
Prashna anupapattim.
Good. Okay. Prashna anupapatti will be what? What kind of compound?
Karmadharya. Is it? Prashna anupapatti.
See, two words. Prashna and anupatti. Somebody else want to try before I answer it? Yes, Harsha.
6 TP, Swamiji.
Perfect. Prashnasya anupatti. The impossibility, untenability of the question. Prashna anupapattim eva. How will you translate that now?
The untenability of this question alone is
Yes. Is
elaborate.
dwelt upon, elaborated, explained. You use any sentence, words, it doesn't matter now. Prapanchayati. Okay? Good. Ukta word is too simple, you all know it. Said. Uchyamana will be what? Being said. Shanach pratyaya. Vakshyamana will be what? Will be said. Vach plus sya. Sya is your future marker. Vakshya. Okay? Becomes vaksya. Then one more sutra will apply. How vaksya? Choho kuhu will happen probably. So something like that. Okay? Just so you don't forget all our rules. Okay. Who wants to try this now? Next sentence. Anyone want to try? Yes, go ahead.
I'll try, Swamiji.
Yeah, that's all. That's all I want. I want you all to be brave to try. Instead of giving homework, I'm doing homework in class. Okay, that's all.
Yam imam vaksyamanam pushpitam. Pushpita iva vrikshaha shobhamanam shruyamana ramaniyam vacham vakya lakshanam pravadanti.
Good. You read well. All right.
So the verb is pravadanti.
Can you connect the words in Gita in your head?
Yamimam pushpitam vacham.
Correct. Pravadanti paschitaha vedava adaratav partha nanyadastiti vadinaha. Right? So yamimam. Now, what is a pushpita vacha? What is pushpita vak? What is pushpitam?
Flowery.
Good. Pushpam, see, tarakita is tarakahasya sanjata is tarakita, called itach pratyaya. This is extra, okay? Tadita pratyaya. So, pushpita means what? Pushpani asya sanjata. Flowers have been born on this. A flower, a tree with flowers, okay? Pushpita vriksha. So now you find what in the Gita? Yamimam pushpitam vacham pravadantya vipaschitaha Vedava partha nanyadastiti vadinaha. Right? Kamatmana swarga paraha janma karma phalapradam kriya vishesha bhulam bhoga ishvarya gatim prati, etc. I'll go on. Right? So what he says, see, Pushpita yamam vakshamanam. What is the word we are interested in? Vakshamana. What does it mean? What will be said. Not yet said. And what will be said? Pushpitam. Pushpitam vacham. What is Pushpitam? Pushpitaha iva vrikshaha shobhamanam. Like, beautiful like a tree which is flowered. And what? Vacham.
Shruyamana Ramaniya.
And what kind of words are this? Ramaniyam. Very
Pleasant.
enjoyable, very pleasant. When?
Shruyamana.
As they are heard, they sound very nice. Shruyamana Ramaniyam. Like what? Karma will give you everything in life. There is nothing else you need. This kind of sentences, okay? So, Nanyadasti.
Vivadina.
That is the Vakshamana. Nanyadasti. Divadina. That kind of words. Vakya Lakshanam Pravadanti. They talk. So, Vakshamana is we don't know what the sentence, but it will come. It's going to be said. Okay, that much alone. All right. Next sentence I will do. Atmani karma bhavaha shruti smriti nyaya prasiddhaha uktaha vakshyamanascha. What is it saying? Some context where what is being proved? Atmani karma abhavaha. There is no kartatvam in Atma. This, where is it? Shruti, Smriti, Nyaya, Prasiddhaha. Shruti, you know what it is? Upanishads, Smriti, Smriti Granthas, Gita, etc. Nyaya, logic, Brahma Sutra, all the three prasthanas. Shruti, Smriti, Nyaya, Prasiddhaha means what? Is very well known. Uktaha, it has already been said. Vakshyamanaha cha, and is going to be said also. Is that clear? Vakshyamanaha is going to be said. Uchyamanaha being said. Uktaha has already been said. Just see the small subtle differences. That's it. Vivakshitaha. What does it mean? Vaktum ichchitaha. Vaktum ishtaha. What is desired to be said? Sentences, example, very simple. Who wants to read? 2 words only.
Abeda, Viha.
Who is doing it now? Raise your hand so I can see you. Ramesh, do it. You can do it. Not hard. Break the sandhi.
Abedah tu
Mhm.
vivakshitah.
Good. So very simple. What does vivakshitaha mean?
Intended to be said.
Correct. What is intended to be said?
The difference, because of the difference.
Tu.
To
Tu is what? It's a second word in sentence. You move it out.
Okay.
Tu. But
but
abhedaha
Abhedah,
iha vakshita. Vivakshitaha. What does it mean? Iha means what? Iha means here.
here
In this world.
in this word.
See, atra I told you. Kutra I told you. What is idam plus tal? Iha.
Iha.
Not itra. Iha. Iha chedavedit atha satyam asti. That iha. Here. Iha amutra what? Phala hoga viragaha. Where do you see this? Tattvabodha.
No. Yeah.
Iha amutra. What is iha? Here. Amutra.
Yeah.
There.
It is there.
So what is amutra? Amushmin, amutra, amu. Have you heard these words somewhere? One of the pronouns.
Yeah.
Idam is one pronoun. Right? Etad is another pronoun. Where do you get this amushmin? What pronoun is that? Anyone? Others. Okay? You will never guess it. Amu, others, where that connection doesn't seem to be there, okay, but it's there. It's a little funny also. Ami, bihi, and all that. Some funny forms come. Okay? Amun, amuna, amubhyam, ami bihi. Amune, ami, bhyam, etc. You'll get some very funny words. But at least if you have to spot words, then you can go and look up Shabdamanjari. Otherwise, where to go, you don't know. Iha, with iha, you should remember amutra, iha mutra, phala bhogartha viragaha. That's a good way to remember it. All right? Prakashayati. Very straightforward. Illusions. Kshetram, kshetri, tatha kritsnam, prakashayati bharata. Very straightforward. Prakashayati. Hey Bharata. Hey Arjuna. Kshetram. This kshetra is, what is kshetra? Everything is kshetra. Is illumined by what? Kshetri. Kritsnam, the whole kshetra, is likewise illumined by the kshetri. So what is our word here? Prakashayati. Illumines. That's it. Nothing big here. Prapanchayishyati. We say prapanchayati. What will the meaning of prapanchayishyati be? Very straightforward. Somebody can tell me.
Future tense. Swamiji.
Future tense. That's Sya you should spot. Why it became Shakara? Prapanchayishyati.
In Koho.
In Koho. What is in Koho? We have to remember, okay? Otherwise we forget everything. Shatva Vidhi. What is Shatva Vidhi? Apadantasya murdhanyaha. 8, 3, 50, 4, 5, somewhere there. Apadantasya murdhanyaha. Adesha pratyaya sutra. What will take Shatvam Sakara? What kind of Sakara? Apadanta Sakara. What is the condition for that? In Koho. Apadanta Sakara, which is either a part of a Pratyaya or an Adesha, when preceded by in or ku, will take Shatvam. Therefore, here it becomes Prapancha Ishyati Shakara. Sya, why E? Idagama. When does Idagama come? Just so you don't forget. Ardha Dhatuke. Ardha Dhatukasya id valadehe. A valadi pratyaya. What is val? If you forget all this, then I will be in trouble. We'll have to start all over again. Okay. What is val?
Every consonant other than Yakara.
Correct. Haya varat. Right? Ha comes again in hal. So those can take an idagama. What is agama? An addition. Okay. Just because we have given up some sutras for a while, don't forget them. Keep them fresh. Try to. Okay. Prapanchaishyati will elaborate. Okay. Grahayati. What is grahayati? What is the dhatu? Graha. Graha is to what? To grasp. Grahayati, causative. Nich you add. When you add nich, what will happen? It can bring about nit pratyaya, can bring about a vriddhi to the final ach, or a guna, or a vriddhi to what? So achonyati. Then what? Next sutra. For vriddhi. Ata upadhaya. Do you remember that by any chance? Try to remember. Ata upadhaya means what? An upadha at. A penultimate rasvakara will also want to go vriddhi. What are vriddhi letters? Vriddhiradaich. A, I, and au. So for a, what will be the corresponding vriddhi letter? A. Therefore, grahayati is what? Causes to be grasped. Okay. Therefore, grasp means any gatyarthaka dhatu can also mean to be understood. Gamayati, grahayati, patayati, pratipadayati. All these will give meaning of cause to understand. Okay. So now, example. Bhagavan Narayanaha Sankhyan Vidushaha, comma. Avidashascha Karminaha Pravibhajya Dve Nishthe Grahayati. Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam Karma Yogena Yoginam. Where is this? Gita, 3rd chapter beginning. So, Bhagavan Narayanaha. What does Bhagavan do? Sankhyan. What is Sankhya? Who is Sankhya? Vidushaha. What is the case and number of Vidushaha?
Should be 2, 3, Swamiji.
Should be 2, 3. Good guess. Why? Because Sankhyan is sitting there. It's being glossed over as Vidushaha. Vidwan is singular. Plural will be Vidushaha. Okay. Vidwan, Vidvamso, Vidvamsaha, Vidvamsam, Vidvamso, Vidushaha, Vidusha, etc. It will continue. So, Vidushaha. Avidushascha. Who are they? Karminaha. What is the case and number of Avidushaha? 2, 3. What is Karminaha? Karmi, Karminau, Karminaha. Karminam, Karminau, Karminaha. Does that make sense? Okay. All this you should not forget, otherwise no Sanskritam will move. So here what now? Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam. So Sankhyan, Vidushishtha and Udishta, Pravibhijya, dividing them. Dve Nishthe Grahayati. Bhagavan makes Arjuna understand there are 2 lifestyles. What are they? Jnana Yogena Sankhyanam, Karma Yogena. By that sentence, what is Bhagavan doing? Is making Arjuna understand that there are 2 lifestyles, which he didn't understand for till 18 chapters. But that's the whole idea there, okay? All right. Next sentence. Yatha arundhatim didarshayishuhu tat samipastham sthulam taram mukhyam prathamam arundhati iti grahayitva tam pratyakhyaya paschat arundhatim eva grahayati tadvat nayamatma iti bruyat. Sentence is long, just so that we can have some fun with the sentence, okay? So now what? Yatha, an example. See, Yatha is here, Yatha, right? Yatha arundatim didarshayuhu, etc. Tadvat. This is the tatha. There's no tatha here. Tadvat, like that. So the first part is all example. What is the example? Yatha, like. Didarshayishu means what? Mumukshu means what? One who desires to be free. Bubutsu means what? One who desires to know. Bubhukshu means what? One who wants to enjoy. What is didarshu?
One who wants to see.
Desire to show.
Desire to see. But didarshayisha, desire to show. Therefore, didarshayishu is who? One who desires to show. Like mumukshu. Upratyaya. Tachilya. Didarshayishu. What do you want to show? Arundhati he wants to show. What is Arundhati? It's a star. When you get married, you're supposed to be shown the star, okay?
Yeah.
Okay, it's a twin star. Right? But they will try to show you in daylight. Nobody will see it anyway. Even the priest doesn't see, but he will look like this, he will show something. Doesn't matter. In the night also, It's a double star, a twin star. Very difficult to spot. Eye test. Yatha arundatim didarshayuhu. Didarshayishuhu. Tat samipastham sthulam taram amukhyam. A star which is very nearby. What do they do? Taram, sthulam, which is bigger, easier to see. Mukhyam, amukhyam, which is not what we are interested in. Arundhati iti grahayatva. So first you say, do you see that? Do you see that star? First I show you the moon, in fact. Do you see that? Yeah, that's Arundhati. No, that's not Arundhati. Okay? Then next, you go from the moon, look at that star. Do you see? Yes. That Arundhati? No, that is not Arundhati. This is what is method. Okay? So first, prathamam means in the beginning. Arundhati iti grahayatva. First actually look at that. You immediately think I'm talking of Arundhati. Why? Prakritam is Arundhati. Understand Prakritam? Prakritam is Arundhati. Tam pratyakhyaya. Having negated it. Paschad Arundhatim eva grahaya. So, first having made you take something else for Arundhati, negating that finally step by step, we make you see what is Arundhati. This is called Sthula Arundhati Nyaya. Okay, very common, or also called Shakha Chandra Nyaya. You're not interested in showing the branch. You want to show the moon. Which moon? Not full moon. That we don't need Shakha Chandra, okay? If we need Shakha Chandra for that, that fellow is Muni. So the point is, when do you need? When you cannot spot the moon, you need to use some aids. What is Shakha Chandra? You look at a branch. Same way, Sthula Arundhati. You will see this expression. That's why I picked this example. Otherwise, for Grahayati, we don't need a complex example, okay? Grahayati makes you know. Tadvat. First, what do you say? What is Atma? Annamaya. Then what do you say? Oh, that is Atma? No. We start there, okay? Sthula Arundhati Nyayena. And slowly we will take you to what is Atma. Tadvat na ayam Atma iti bruyat. This is not Atma iti, you have to say. Okay? Vakshati will say. Nivarayati. Will fend off, will oppose. What's the meaning? Varanam, Nivaranam, both are there. Varayati, Nivarayati. Example. Brahmaiva san Brahma appyeti. Quotation. Brahmaiva san, being Brahman, Brahma appyeti, he gains Brahman. Being Brahman, if you gain Brahman, what does it mean? Iti parasmin Brahmani gatim nivarayati. Being Brahman, if you gain Brahman, where did you go? Where did you travel? There is no travel involved. It is not like going to Uttarayana or Dakshinayana and reaching Brahman. You are Brahman. Therefore, gati, the movement from this body outside is denied, is refuted. Nivarayati. Is that clear? Okay. Varayati, very simple. Ni is nischayena. Varayati without that. Okay. Varayati. Went off. Yatra tu asya sarvam atmaiva bhut tat kena kam pashyet iti vidya vishaye sarvam vyavaharam varayati. Varayati negates, refutes. What? Sarvam vyavaharam. All transactions. In what? In which context? Vidya vishaye. When you have knowledge, vidya vishaye. How? Look at the Shruti sentence. Yatra tu asya sarvam atmaiva bhut. When everything is atma for this person, tat kena kim pashyet. What will you see with what? There is no dvaitamiti. So varayati negates, refutes. Okay? Shravayishyati will cause you to hear. Therefore will tell. So Shruti will make you hear sentences. Pramana. So you'll see Shravayishyati. Upadekshyati. See, all siyas will show you what? Future. Will teach, will advise. Upadekshyati cha ihapitu. Esho nityo brahmanasya mahima brahmanasya is teaching, being taught. Here also it will be taught. Iha api. Okay. Suchayati, indicate. Suchayati sutra. Sutra is very brief, but it indicates something. Suchayati. Example is what? Shrutihi ashrama karmanam vidya sadhana bhavam suchayati. Suchayati. It indicates what? Vidya sadhana bhavam. What is vidya sadhana? A sadhana for vidya. Shashti Tatpurusha take. What is vidya sadhana? Ashrama karmas. Nitya naimittika karmas. They are all what? Vidya sadhana. Why? They give you samattu buddhi, finally. So, karmanam, vidya sadhana bhavam, that bhava is thatness. Sadhana bhavam, suchayati, indicates. Smriti rapi. Smriti also says. Shruti says that, Smriti also. Smritihi api. Where does it say? Kashaya paktihi karmani jnanam tu paramagatihi. What is karma? It is for the kashaya pakti is maturing, pachadhatu. So kashaya pakti means all the unconscious, everything, whatever is there, all problems have to come out fully and get settled. Kashaya pakti karmani. For that you need karma. Jnanam tu paramagatihi. Okay. So that is the suchana there. Vyutpadayati. See, vyutpadanam typically means etymology. What is the vyutpatti, we'll ask, of a word. But here it means to teach, instruct. Tatra pranantam anushasanam shrutva tushnim bhutam naradam swayameva sanatkumaraha vyutpadayati. What is vyutpadayati? Avagamayati. Same meaning. Teaches. Okay. So Narada was asking some, questions to Sanat Kumara. And finally he thought he understood. Then Sanat Kumara continued. Vyutpadayati. Same story with Ajatashatru and, Balaki. Balaki thought, ho gaya, kuch nahi hai aur. Then what did he say? Come on, I will tell you. He took him further. That is Vyutpadayati here. Avagamayati. Make you know. Yatra nanyat pashyati, nanyat shrunoti, nanyat vijanati sa bhuma. It's a quotation from Chandogya, 7th chapter. Iti darshanadi vyavahara abhavam bhumani avagamayati. Avagamayati, the sentence of Chandogya Upanishad, makes you understand what? Vyavahara abhavam. The absence of all vyavahara. Where? In the understanding of bhuma. Bhuma is Brahman. Okay. Gamayati can mean cause to go or reach or understand. Both meanings are there. Shastram hi phalotpadana samarthya matram karmanam avagamayati. Shastram, what does it do? It only tells you phalotpadana samarthya matram karmanam. It doesn't say karma is real. It only says karma will produce a result in time. Karmanam phala utpadana. Phalasya utpadana, phalotpadana. Phalotpadana samarthyam, phalotpadanasya samarthyam. Phalotpadana rupa samarthyam. That capacity, karmanam, of karmas, avagamayati, makes you know. That much is the example, avagamayati. Kim karyam aparam brahma gamayati ahosvit parameva avikritam mukhyam brahma iti. Kim, question, doubt. Kim, karyam, karma. Aparam brahma gamayati, will it make you reach aparam brahma? Here, make you reach. Ahosvit, or, ahosvit means or, mouthful to say or param eva, avikritam mukhyam brahma iti. Will it make you reach mukhyam brahma, which is unchanging, avikritam. That's the meaning. Okay. Dradhayati makes firm. You have some idea, makes it pakka. Uktartham udaharanantarena dradhayati. Can someone try this? Simple one. Uktartham udaharanantarena dradhayati. Come on. Someone can do. Yes, Harsha.
Uktartam, what was the meaning of what was said?
Right.
Udaharanantarena, by the use of examples. Dradayati.
What is udaharanantara? Anyam udaharanam. That's all you have to remember. Mayura Vamsakadi compound. Tatpurusha. Remember Rajantaraha Anya Raja. That's the way you keep it in your head. So anytime you see antar ending, you make that compound. So Anya udaharanam, not many examples, by another example. Dradayati firms up. Okay. Good. Sputi karishyati. Did we see something like this similar before? I told you chui. Sputam, asputam, sputi karishyati. Makes it clear. Makes it blossom. Sputa. Makes it come out. Etameva artham parena sputi karishyati. By the next mantra, it will make it clear. Karishyati. Angushtamatra purushaha antaratma, etc. Vyavartayati. Turns away. Excludes, negates. Vyavartayati. Makes you turn back. Prakhyapayati. Proclaims. Makes it well known. That's why it proclaims, announces. Shrutischa yogamahatmyam prakhyapayati. The Upanishad proclaims the glory of yoga. Dyotayati, illumines. Adhyavasyati, concludes. Siddhyati. Just because yav is there doesn't mean you should have a causative, okay? Siddhyati will be what gana?
Fourth gana.
Fourth gana. Siddh becomes siddhyati. Good. Samadhasyati will resolve. Example is what? Samadhasyati cha acharyaha karya vishamapi viganam. What is viganam? Viruddha ganam. Viganam. What is ganam? You sing. Not sing here. You complain. You moan about something. About what is not true. Samsara. That viganam karya vishayamapi. Even respect to the karya prapancha. Samadhasyati acharya. The acharya will resolve it. Okay. Pratibodhayati will cause you to wake up. Wakes you up. Jnapayati causes you to know. Darshayishyati in future will cause you to see, will show. Dushayati points to defect. Setsyati. What's the dhatu? Setsyati.
Did Swamiji?
Sid. How does it become Setsyati?
Guna will happen because Sya Ardha.
Good. Sid becomes Sed. Sed plus Syati. Then what happens?
Kharicha.
Good. That's all. I just want you all to remember Kharicha exists, okay? So that you don't forget it. Setsyati. All right. Srakshyat. Avadharayati means what? Assert. Avadharanam is assert. Srakshyati. Again, you find what? Sya. Srij. To create. Srakshati will create. Sadhayati. Prove. Accomplishes. Khyapayati. Proclaims. Unmulayati. Uproots. I didn't have time to cook up examples, okay? Nivartayati. Nirvartayati, not Nivartayati. Nirvartayati accomplishes. Nivartayati will turn away. Very, very confusing. Two words. Very close to each other. That extra ra means accomplishes. Nirvartayati. Upasamharishyati will conclude. Smarayati will cause to remembers. Nigamayati deduces, concludes. Uktamartham nigamayati. Evam etad iti. Okay. Upanyasyati presents, explains, establishes. So this is what I thought I will share with you today. And it just finished on time, exactly 7:45. Okay. So basically, you get some language, you have to. I mean, I don't have the time, unfortunately, to cook up exercise for you. I said you can pick anything. Since we do Brihadaranyaka, and take one or two lines and look at it and see what makes sense to you. Keep that alive. Then the language will stay. Okay. Any questions you have? Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Okay, let me try something just to see. I'm trying to see if I can kill the other things and somehow make you all visible to myself. Video could not be loaded either because server network failed or format is not supported. Okay, there's no choice. You can stop the recording, Mahita, or I can even stop it actually. Pause, stop now. No, you have to stop.